allegations that young girls were harmed at your schools, and you won't even allow an open and active investigation into those allegations. Good goddamn job!
Oprah Winfrey is to leave South Africa. So Oprah Winfrey has operated a girls' boarding school since 2004.
The $40 million campus will be handed to the local education department. Oprah's foundation will shift to funding scholarship programs.
After 2 decades, more than 20 years, this school has been functional here in South Africa. So out of nowhere, out of the blue right now, Oprah Winfrey is saying that, you know what, I'm shutting down this school.
South Africans, you need to understand, you guys are terrible people. Next time you play, we will come back and pierce your heart. We are not done with you people. We will follow you, chase you around till you people lose everything.
Minister of Presidency, Minister Chaveni, the one that thought she had the right, the one that thought she had the audacity.
South Africa has been hit once again, and people are saying it is because of the xenophobic attacks that is going on currently in South Africa. Oprah Winfrey is closing down her school. Is closing down her school that she established in South Africa. Oprah Winfrey is closing down her school in South Africa. People are saying it is because of the xenophobic attacks. I don't know. Americans are reacting. Some South Africans too are reacting. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's go into the video. Listen, watch the videos. Let's come back and talk.
So Oprah out here giving us another dose of lies. Talking about that school gonna be closed in 2027. That school been closed. That school been closed down. See, a little time after school opened, the director was accused of essaying the kids. They went to court and everything. He was found out guilty of doing it. He sued Oprah. Oprah settled with him out of court. Then some of the parents over there in South Africa was like, where my child? Where my kid? Where my kid? Everybody looking for the kids. They don't know some of the kids gone. So when that happened, Oprah, because you got to let a few slide through so it'll look like, you're doing what you're doing. So a few of them girls did go to college. So what did Oprah do? Put on TV. These are the girls that graduated. She had the graduation and everything. But now, 2027, the kids is not going to have no school. That school been closed down. And a friend of mine today was like, wonder why she'll never open those schools over here in America, because she wouldn't be able to do what she do with those kids over here, because parents like to go to the school, see the kids, visit them, check in on their kids, want their kids to check in on them. She wouldn't be able to do that over here.
So nobody gonna talk about this? After nearly 20 years, Oprah is talking about she's closing her leadership academy in South Africa. So first, you gotta ask yourself, why now? And they say over them nearly 20 years, she graduated 1,000 students. But none to show for it? Now, I done heard some shit about that academy. Now, I'm not here to say it's true or not. But what a lot of people were saying was a lot of girls was going missing in that academy. It's also people saying there's been a lot of years of trafficking, nearly 20 years of it. I'm here to say, I don't know if that's true, but that's what people were saying. Even back in 2007, there were women that came out and said they were being abused, sexually abused. But again, I don't know if that's true. But all I really want to know is, where's any of the girls that supposedly graduated from this academy? Then you got to do the math. Only 1,000 girls graduated within nearly 20 years?
Breaking news, Oprah Winfrey is to leave South Africa. So Oprah Winfrey has operated a girls' boarding school since 2004. And she has decided to close the school because she basically doesn't want to be there, basically. And this comes after a massive xenophobic attacks have basically seen foreigners beaten to death, kicked out of the country. Only last night, a Zimbabwean businessman was shot amidst controversy, what they call controversy, about the tenants of his apartments. So the tenants were evicted by these marchers. Nobody even knows what's happening. People just turning up and evicting people because they were not South Africans. And somehow there was some kind of fracas that took place and he was shot dead. So it seems like the March and March has been so effective that you are chasing away businesses. There has been countless businesses that have packed their bags and left because they say this is the instability. It's obviously not good for businesses, but you know what? In the long run, you will get what you pay for.
Why is Oprah shutting down her famous girls' school? After nearly 20 years, Oprah Winfrey has announced that the Leadership Academy in South Africa will close at the end of the 2027 school year. There had been speculation that the closure was due to mismanagement, but in fact, the closure was part of the original deal when the school was founded. The $40 million campus will be handed to the local education department. Oprah's foundation will shift to funding scholarship programs for academically gifted young women across South Africa. Oprah has said that she is excited that this next chapter will reach even more young women. More than 1,000 young women have graduated from the academy, but what will happen to the academy's current students? Well, those who have not graduated will be offered full scholarships elsewhere.
All right, here's an update for you. Yesterday, we told you Oprah Winfrey was closing her Leadership Academy for girls in South Africa. A lot of people were upset by the headline, but here is the part that really got lost in all of that. It's an update. Yes, the boarding school is scheduled to close next year and transition to local leadership, but Oprah isn't ending the mission. She's expanding it through a broader scholarship program designed to reach even more young women across South Africa. And I think that's an important distinction. Sometimes we confuse the mission with the building, and the building may close though, but the mission doesn't have to. If this new approach helps more young women get an education, then maybe this isn't the end of Oprah's mission. Maybe it is just a new chapter. What do you think? Let us know.
On the list of shit I don't have time for, Oprah Winfrey is definitely at the top. So she's closing her schools in South Africa. I mean, obviously, after years and years of allegations that young girls were harmed at your schools and you won't even allow an open and active investigation into those allegations, good goddamn job. She does not get a pass because she is Oprah Winfrey. Anytime a child comes to you and says that they've been hurt under your care, you investigate it. You don't bury it. You don't try to hide it. You don't cover it up. Close the school wants to focus on scholarships. I bet. I damn bet. Scholarships to who? And for what? I get so sick of privileged Americans, Westerners, going to places like Africa and various parts of Asia and taking advantage of our people because you feel that there's nobody to speak up for them. Black or white. I don't give a damn about her closing that school. It should have never been open.
You know, I just came across some interesting news, right? Which I think deserve my attention. After 2 decades of Oprah Winfrey's Leadership Academy for girls, after 2 decades of being functional here in South Africa, so the schools will be actually transitioning to a national scholarship program, which will expand educational opportunities for young academically gifted South African women. After 2 decades, more than 20 years, this school has been functional here in South Africa. So out of nowhere, out of the blue right now, Oprah Winfrey is saying that, you know what, I'm shutting down these schools. I will be changing them to a scholarship program, which will expand those opportunities across South Africa. What I don't understand is what does this mean? Because she has always been choosing young women from all over South Africa. So how will the scholarship program expand these opportunities for these young women right now? Because I think when her schools were still functional, that is when those girls were actually getting the best education, because whatever they were teaching those girls, came straight from there. Like she even had time to come here in South Africa and motivate those girls, talk to those girls. They could actually see her because she's a very powerful figure in the female realm. I can put it like that. Like a lot of women look up to Oprah Winfrey. So right now, when she says she's shutting down these things and then it will be turning into a scholarship program, it means that chances of these young girls ever meeting Oprah Winfrey right now, they're very slim. And what caught my attention so much is that why is she shutting down these schools right now in this time of Mabahambe? Like, couldn't she just wait and say, you know what, I will announce it next year when this dust settles down? Like, why does she announce all these things right now in the height of all these xenophobic attacks towards black Africans? And Oprah is a black woman. Like, she's really a black woman. Nina, you're busy there marching when the streets saying, we are busy chasing foreigners. Foreigners are stealing our jobs. Mabahambe is not damaging anything for us. Look now. A lot of young girls, there are girls that I went to school with who got an opportunity to go and study in her school. I think around 2008, 2009, there were two girls that I was schooling with in Akonuk who got an opportunity to go and study there. They finished school there. So right now, there won't be any more Oprah Winfrey School for Girls in South Africa. And Jacinta will say, it's not her doing. She's not the one. I think black people all over the world right now, they are tired of what South Africans keep on doing to black people here in South Africa. That is why a lot of countries now are saying no to South Africa and its products and its artists, anything that has to do with South Africa. So now another black person who's Oprah Winfrey is saying, you know what? I don't want to see you South Africans anymore. I'm shutting down these things. So I see the government right now is trying to spin this thing and make it look like, no, Oprah will still be involved. But when I look with my third eye, I can see that Oprah Winfrey has actually cut ties with South Africa. Now it is just the government trying to make it look like, trying to do damage control and make it look like it's Oprah who's going to be funding this. They had an agreement behind closed doors. Now they are just making it look like it's her who's still funding this scholarship program, but it's actually the government that's going to be funding them. So much has just fucked up another opportunity for black South Africans. A very huge opportunity, because whatever we were getting from that school, or whatever those girls were getting, I know those girls that went to those schools, they were very intelligent, better than most schools here in South Africa. So right now, we are 10 steps back. We just took one step forward and 100 steps back because of Mabahambe. And then the results are there. The results are there. But on the global stage, South Africa, everyone is leaving South Africa. That is why I was telling these foreigners to not worry about South Africa. South Africa's day is coming, and it has already started. Investors are moving out of South Africa. I wouldn't be surprised if Oprah just goes to Mozambique and opens a girls' school. She goes to Zimbabwe, Malawi, Nigeria, wherever, if there are no schools that side. And if there are schools outside of South Africa, Oprah schools outside of South Africa, why is she announcing that she will only be stopping them in South Africa? And remember, she did those schools in honor of who? Nelson Mandela. She did those schools in honor of Nelson Mandela. So now that South Africans are saying that Nelson Mandela betrayed them, Nelson Mandela did not help them with anything, the spirit of Ubuntu has left South Africa. I keep on telling people that people all over the world loved South Africa because of Nelson Mandela. Michael Jackson has never came to South Africa. The only time he came here, it was when he wanted to see Nelson Mandela. Guys, whatever you people are doing, Jacinta is helping you destroy this country because she's working for Donald Trump. And then you say she cares about you. She cares about you. Look at how many businesses that we have lost so far. Look at I'm telling you, people are tired. Africans are tired of what you black Africans and South Africans are doing to other Africans. They are tired. Now, the chickens are coming home to roost. When the wind changes direction, the antlers of the chicken will start become visible.
Excuse my voice, I caught a flu. Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls in South Africa is closing. However, its final closure will take effect in 2027, which is next year. In addition, Oprah Winfrey took this decision to integrate Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls under the Gauteng Department of Education because she wants to support more young gifted girls who hail from underserved communities. As you may have known that Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls was built to accommodate young gifted girls who came from underprivileged communities. Over time, the institution has produced over 1,000 graduates because after they had completed their senior secondary school studies, most of them went and pursued different careers in different countries. Some went overseas, others remained in South Africa, and they pursued different careers and thus became professionals in different fields. This academy was built because of the presence of Nelson Mandela, because Oprah Winfrey had strong ties with Madiba. And she became aware that Madiba loved children. And then Madiba made a request to Oprah, since he knew that Oprah was wealthy and Oprah was willing to invest in South Africa. So Nelson Mandela asked Oprah about what she would like to contribute in the development of South Africa. Then Oprah Winfrey decided to build a school. So the school had strong ties to Madiba, Nelson Mandela. So the question is Oprah Winfrey making a well-calculated decision by integrating Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls under the Gauteng Department of Education? Yes, she committed herself to continuing investing in the Leadership Academy for Girls, even though it will be operating under Gauteng Department of Education, because she wants to accommodate more girls under a broader spectrum of academic system in South Africa in the province of Gauteng. But is it a right move? Will it not be influenced by South African political discourse? Will the quality of Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls education not drop because of the influence and factors of South African public academic education system? Will the quality of education that the academy has not drop in the long run under the Gauteng Department of Education? That's my concern. Otherwise, an agreement has been reached. In 2027, the Leadership Academy for Girls that was built by Oprah Winfrey will be integrated under the Gauteng Department of Education.
Have you guys observed that anytime Black South Africans wants to brag about South Africa, they go to where white people live or where white people built properties and take pictures? I visited South Africa and realized that there is no single black city, black town, or black places that is even developed, and these guys got the guts to talk at other black Africans on their continent. When I went to South Africa, I saw a whole lot of places that are occupied by only black South Africans, like Nyanga, Langa, Umlazi, Mamelodi, Gugulethu, Tembisa, Atteridgeville, Soshanguve, Hammanskraal, and there are about 526 different more black towns. And what I can tell you is there is not a single one that's developed. I challenge any black South African to show me just a single black city's town or any place that is developed. Just one only. None. Anywhere the whites don't choose to put their money to build, live, and do business is always garbage. I dare any black South African to show me just one out of the 526 black towns and places. Just one. None.
I haven't had time to really dig into it because I asked the same question, actually, of the South African Minister of Presidency, Minister Chaveni, the one that thought she had the right, the one that thought she had the audacity and thought she would never be held accountable for painting all of Nigeria drug dealers. I asked her at the time, I said, Madam, that was the first time I asked her before the one that went viral. I said, perhaps Madam President can tell us, Madam Minister can tell us, give us the statistics of Nigerians who are in prison for drug-related offenses and how many drug dens run by Nigerians have been discovered. You see, I have to keep saying this. Not once did any of you see Minister Chaveni, Minister of the Presidency of South Africa, answer me once. The woman who kept speaking on her behalf was the Minister of Justice. And that was not the person I was directing the message to. Although, in fairness, she was and she is the chair of the Migration Commission, the Special Committee on Migration. So I guess maybe, but Minister Chaveni could not look at me. She just looked down throughout. Having made such an outrageous and egregious statement, she felt shamed because not only was I holding her accountable, I was asking her to apologize.
South Africans, you need to understand, you guys are terrible people. Next time you play, we will come back and pierce your heart. We are not done with you people. We will follow you, chase you around till you people lose everything. Until your senses come back home, we will chase you around till you lose everything around the world. We will let the world know you people are ungrateful people. Especially you people who believe in this xenophobia nonsense in South Africa. You people who believe that you can chase other people out. We don't have a problem with you telling people who don't have legitimate documentations to leave your country peacefully. Everywhere they do it. Every country, you have the right to tell illegal immigrants to peacefully leave. There are rules, regulations that you have to abide by as a nation to get rid of your illegal immigrants in your country. It happens everywhere in the world. But for you to go out and attack other people, you are mad to do that. You are not humans, because there are South Africans around the world, everywhere. And because the world is intelligent, because the world does not think like idiots like you people, the world is basically protecting some of your colleagues, your brothers and sisters who are living on people's land, legitimately and illegitimately. So you people, we are not done with you. We are going to let the world know that you should be isolated. Especially you, the idiots who are behind this nonsense. And I know your president is part of this nonsense. The government is part of it. They are behind these criminals and vagabonds on the streets attacking other Africans. Your president is a shameless man. A very dirty, shameless man. He has no right to even call himself a democratically elected president. He's the most shameless African I've ever come across. A very corrupt, shameless, vindictive liar pretending to be a president. You people have lost your senses, and the world will come after you, and you people will struggle. You will scream for the help of Africans. You will shit and eat. You will wail. Your children and your mothers will pee on you people for putting this curse on them. The day will come that you people will scream, but the world will not hear. You South Africans are a disgrace to Mandela. You are a disgrace to the African continent. You are a disgrace to yourselves. You should be ashamed. Men taking off their clothes, walking around like bitch-ass niggas, hunting other men. Terrible, dirty people. And I feel bad for Nelson Mandela wherever he is. I feel bad for Mandela because this wasn't the Africa that he basically went to prison for. This wasn't the South Africa he anticipated. This is not the South Africa he went through hell for. This is a South Africa filled with shitty individuals with shitty brains. The cack in your head is eating you people up. We will come back to your matter. Every single day we will pierce your heart.
So this is like a word on the street or on the internet. People saying that it is because of the xenophobic attacks. But I think it's just a coincidence that this is happening around this time. And she's closing the school in 2027, not even this year. And I learned the government of South Africa is going to take over. It's like any other organization or whatever that establishes themselves in your country. You know, they have infrastructure. So definitely the government will take over and probably probably added to the government facilities or government schools or institutions or whatever. So I think that like that's what is happening. I don't think it's about the xenophobic attacks. I don't know for sure, but from the videos that we have watched and from what people are saying, some people have divided attention. They think it's because it's Africa, it is this. I don't know. People have different opinions, but I am not sure it is because of the xenophobic attacks that is going on in South Africa. I think it's different and it's not something that is related to that. As the BBC news personality was talking about, it was part of the contract, the original contract right from the onset. So I think it had a time limit, and which is going to probably expire in 2027. So that's just it. It is not about the xenophobic attacks. So probably if you are there and you think it is about the xenophobic attacks, this is the truth and this is what you need to know. We are here. It's not always going to be about xenophobia. There are certain things that it just happened coincidentally. You understand? So it is what it is. Thank you so much for watching.